Andrea!
Sorry, I wanted to make an entrance.
Andrea!
I wasn't expecting that. This shit that just fell off the wall!
This is Andrea Botez, a Canadian chess star with 1900 FIDE rating. That places her top 20 female chess players in Canada and top 0.8% on chess.com worldwide. She is also one half of the most popular chess streaming duo on Twitch. Well, sorry Hikari and Gotham. She consistently creates one of the most educational and entertaining chess contents online. From trash talking the chess hustlers in New York City to playing worldwide chess tournaments and her forays into the wild world of chess boxing. For real though, if you haven't seen it, you must see chess boxing. And then to amazing techno DJ sets. Wait, what? Hold on. We need to switch places for this. Alright, much better. You see, I'm a techno producer, DJ, and a bit of content creator myself. And this whole thing meant only one thing. War. I had to challenge Andrea Botez for techno boxing. Just kidding, she will beat me up, so I had to challenge her to make a techno song. As far as I know, Andrea hasn't produced anything, so I hope to challenge her to make a techno track together with me. And the way I collab with people is that I oftentimes make a drum beat and a bass to go along so that they can use that as a starting point. It is like giving a background drawing and then asking somebody to paint something on top so she can come up with ideas. So we gotta make a beat now. What I'm envisioning, let's get something like a hard kick and then kind of driving rolling bass line, but this has to be a bit harder. Now we need a bit body for this one, a bit top layer so that it really drives. Very nice. I think this will do for bass line and the kick, but we need hats and clap to go along with. Maybe a 16 hat and an off hat, and finally a clap should do. I think this is a nice background. If you want to increase your chances of getting a response from anybody or any label, find somebody that knows the person that is a common friend. If a person A is my friend, who knows person B, who I want to connect with, ask person A to introduce you. If you can do this, you will get a response over 90% of the time. Pro tip, this is literally how music industry runs. Unfortunately for me, I know nobody that knows Andrea Botez. I don't even know somebody who knows somebody that knows Andrea Botez. This means only one thing. A cold email. Cold email is when you send an email that you are not introduced to. The success rate of such case? Probably less than 20%, but I will take my chances. Alright, send. I can't believe we just did it. Now the only thing that we can do is wait. Well, it has been 2 months and I haven't received an answer. Let me show you. I sent the email 5th of September and we are in November now. So at this point, I think we have to assume that she is not going to answer. Maybe I should reach her on Instagram, I don't know. If you're enjoying the video up now, please consider like and subscribe. It really helps a ton. Okay, this is kind of exciting. I just got an email from Andrea. I haven't read it yet. So I'm gonna sit down and see what she said. I'm kind of a bit nervous. Hopefully it will be positive.
It's very funny how things work. For about 3 months straight, I spent many days of the week in the studio with every different pop producer I could find who was recommended to me. And they were really talented. They knew everything about music theory, but it didn't matter because they just didn't understand techno culture. And I would show them my inspo playlist, we'd make demos, but nothing really sounded like me. And I was really starting to give up. And then one day, I was adding music to my record box, and I came across a track called Wild Heart by Biscuit. And then I had a flashback to reading an email from Biscuit many months ago about producing music. I never replied because at the moment, I didn't even know how to DJ and how to transition from track to track. And I was starting to give up. I was, taking a little Ableton lessons, but let's be real, I'm never gonna learn how to produce at that rate by myself. So I said, okay, hey Alice, let's have a call and we're gonna talk some techno.
Alright, this is exciting. Let me show you. Oh, she's so sweet. So this is exactly what I was looking for, that I can help her out learn, and to make it more entertaining we can create a track in meantime together. I think this could be very fun. So I'm gonna hop in a call with her and see where this goes, but regardless, it's very exciting.
So Alice and I had a call, and it was such a breath of fresh air. We have such a similar taste in music, which is just so nice because for the last months, I come with my techno playlist every day and I have to explain everything and show, and all this music she already knew. So we are going to get working on Discord as soon as possible.
We had so many good ideas, but there are two ideas that really excited me a lot. First, we both love Adagio for Strings so much, we decided to make a remix out of it. If you don't know what that is, Where Have You Been Last 100 Years? It's a classic trance song, but I think this could work very nicely as a techno track. But the other idea that Andrea had was even better.
So for my first project with Alice, I pitched her my Queen's Gambit idea, which is the track that I have tried in every studio and made multiple demos of.
So, if you don't know, there was a series in Netflix called Queen's Gambit. One part of the Queen's Gambit, it has this really interesting speech.
Men are gonna come along and want to teach you things.
So the idea is like a woman trying to be the world champion against a world dominated by men. Reminds me quite a bit of music production world, to be honest. And here what she says is really cool.
Doesn't make them any smarter.
So Andrea's idea was like, what if we put like a trancey RPG behind and we put some pads and then just use whole this thing as a breakdown, and I really love her idea. So next we will have now a Discord weekly meetup to work through all these projects, so it will be very much fun. Alright, now we have work on the project. I think we have something that could work. Let me show you. So it starts like this. We have the bed starting in.
Men are gonna come along and want to teach you
And then we
things.
bring the pads.
Doesn't make them any smarter.
And then we bring the
Men are gonna
arpeggios.
come along and want to teach you things.
Start building up with hi-hats.
Just what the hell you feel like.
And then we bring in some lead sounds and snare rolls, and that's our breakdown. One thing that we are not happy is the of course drop. We are still a bare bone drop. And then the melody builds up to the main, this type of sound, right? While this is cool, we both feel like first we need something extra and we have to also structure it. We need to do something.
Been working on this track for 3 months, and I've been going crazy. So I thought tonight the solution would be Mongolian throat sing.
Both of us, we are feeling overall the things are good, but there is something missing. We don't know what it is. And we sent it a couple of friends. Reaction was pretty similar. Cool, but you need that extra. And that extra we don't know.
This is kind of a cursed track. The vocals are there, but something about the melody and the structure just is not perfect. Are we ever gonna finish this track? Maybe it's just not meant to happen. Maybe it's not gonna be the first original track we make.
What I'm gonna do is show you what we have done. We kind of went for this ambient feel. Rhythm is cool, ambience is cool and so on, but like this part feels a bit weak. Maybe we move the vocals over here, but then probably repeating twice is not a good idea. We add this acid stabs, so these are like from a Nebulous preset pack. In your face acid sound. Idea was like, if we keep the ambience behind and play around with this like call and responses. The problem, what do we do here? It's getting a bit boring. And then we got this really beautiful break.
Men are gonna come along and want to
Probably
teach
the
you
break is a bit
things.
too long maybe. And then the drop is a bit underwhelming. So we had a plan.
In between two of my chess tournaments, I'm gonna go fly to Sweden, stop there for about a week, and see what Alice and I can do.
Andrea is in Iceland now, and she will come to Sweden. So we will sit in the studio and try to figure out something. And then the good thing is actually after Sweden, we're gonna go fly down to Berlin. And then we have a show for the first time together, which is mind-blowing. We just met like 4 months ago and now we are doing a show together. So that will be very cool, but it could be also nice if we could finish this track. So I don't know if we record anything because we both have a bit of attention issues, so probably we won't record, but hopefully I will have something to show you afterwards because this is not done yet. That's the reason I'm jumping over. So Andrea, come over, let's fix this. We will see how that goes.
Today in Sweden, it is snowing. I was supposed to stay here a week. Ended up staying like 2.
As expected, we don't even have picture together in the studio. It was wild. Andrea was here for almost 10 days, I think.
It was an amazing experience, and nothing beats being in the studio. I'm so sad now that we have to go back to being on Discord.
We made a lot of tracks and we were able to finish Queen's Gambit. We just like some arrangement decision and some extra sounds here and there. But I'm really happy how it turned out. And for the people who came to our Berlin show, it was a packed club. We had tons of fun, both of us. Let me shut up now and show you how we made this track. So the first thing, it was super obvious. We wanted to do maximum impact at the beginning. So what we did, we go for this bass line, driving up and down bass line. It's sound coming from my Nebulous preset pack, and we deleted the sound layer simply because this was a bit too much in the end. And the other one is just bass layer from Serum. So the initial part is actually extended part. So for the radio edit, we hit immediately with this. And that is a sample we found. I chopped it up and cut it off, so it turned into this. Like super elegant sound. So idea, hit immediately the listener with this sound. I think Andrea found this when we were splice surfing. And then we decided to take more sounds from the series. Like here we took this Is Your Game. Put a lot of effects, so it's almost like ambient sound. Very nice. Build up, immediately go to the bottom.
Men are gonna come along.
And then bass on the background, it's super simple, but it is the difference maker. It warms up the background so much, and we are opening up and it turns into a Reese bass, right? And it's extremely simple. If you didn't know, this is like remove fundamental trick. I'm gonna put a video over here, take a look.
Men are gonna come along and want to teach you things.
And the problem that we had, we were saying, okay, this is really good, but we don't want to use twice. Solution was just, okay, don't use everything, just use the input here, keep the break short.
Doesn't make them any smarter.
And the clock is ticking from the movie as well. Right? And that extra clap sound. So basically you have 2 claps, one reverse, one regular, reversed, and then this into this. And then this kind of boom sound. Oh, right? And then we got that ambient sound here. But you will see we're gonna get out of it very fast. Cut it out, bring in the bass. Bass going up. We wanted to have drama, so Andrea play something, then we put it on the bass patch on top of it, and we have this, right? I made a pattern video where I explained this is one of the ways to actually create tension. I told you about this here. Take a look.
Sometimes people find.
And then we realized that thing that is missing. We were going for this super ambience. And what makes a super ambience? Ambience, of course, like a vocal chants and vocal ambiences. Remember the initial hit that dang dang? This too gives the ambience in the world. But there was one more beautiful line from the original movie.
Sometimes people find patterns or meaning where there aren't any. How creativity and psychosis often go hand in hand.
This is probably the most beautiful moment of the track. We want a track that is not just acid sounds and heart beating kicks and basses. When we played this one, we were like, wow, this is it, right? This is that good. And then comes our main line. This one also something that I explained over here, building up the tension, right? That video here shows this one as well.
One hand, just one hand, feel like.
The part we were missing before the drop. It was just this. And this is again Andrea playing random stuff, and this was so good. Maybe she was playing with the Moog over here, or maybe just here with another synth, but this was so good. And we only used it here as a pre-drop. And with that hit, with the Take It, we kept that minimal ambience pretty much, but now there are more ear candies, ambience, and like more moments in the track. This hits much harder. Then we kept that really trance leads, and then when they come, you're really feeling the building up to go to the climax. It's a bit like old school, a bit more trancey, but I think we both really like this. And the main plug is here. High preset. We changed it quite a bit though, and then layered with original sound is very dull. If you take the distortion off here. So you see what I'm saying, distortion is important. It's completely different sound. So basically this is like what guitarists do. You have to do this a lot with the guitar because guitar is very clean sound, so you put a lot of distortion to get this very guitar sustained sound. And this is the layer for the sound. Puts them together very nicely. So my challenge, make a techno track, turn into like 6 techno tracks. I think we both enjoy a similar taste in music, and you enjoy working together, and this is the result of it.
Honestly, it was the proudest thing I've ever made, and I cannot believe we actually finished it.
It has been around 2 weeks that we released the track. The reaction was amazing.
Queen's Gambit today just got put into Techno Bunker, which is the techno playlist that I've been following religiously.
We are featured by all the playlists that we ever dreamed of.
And mind you, we did this with help of no label and no collaborators.
So sometimes when you work on something super hard, things work out well.
Thank you, Alice, for making my dream come true. In a world where everyone just pointed me to ghost producers and told me I can never produce, Alice showed me that if you have a good mentor and a good partner, it doesn't matter if you have 3 months or 10 years of experience, but you can make your own art. And music is a beautiful collaborative process. So I'm really proud of Queen's Gambit. Thank you guys for all the support on the track, and I can't wait for you to see what we have next.
There's even a bigger thing that we just scheduled. It is amazing. I cannot tell about it, but please let me know in the comments what you think. That is, it's huge.
I bet you guys can't guess what it is.
If you make it until here, I made a special present for you. Since I am super happy, I wanted to give you also something. I created free preset and sample pack just to celebrate release of Queen's Gambit. The link is on the description. Take a look. I actually had a tutorial about how to make a peak time techno track. I will put it over here, so if you want to learn about this genre more, take a look.